Hello folks, SeKo Starcraft bringing you some more pro Starcraft action between Reis? Reis? It's the red Terran, but we've got Adelscott down here in the bottom right. I haven't cast an Adelscott game before. I haven't seen a lot of him in action the last little while. This is for the Go for SC2 monthly kind of tournament majilis that they have going on. And I haven't casted a Protoss versus Terran in a while, but I will speed it up. So I'm excited to see what's coming at us. No real interest in a wall off here from Reis. I'm going to call it Reis. It could be whatever it is. I'm just going to say Reis. And we're going to see Adelscott going into likely some sort of gateway expand. He might get a cybernetics core first because he is getting the gas. Would not surprise me. We had the gas before the finishing of the barracks. We had a jerk of a probe trying to pressure our SCV friend. Looks like this guy's going to go out and scout though. Orbital command on the way. Gas. Reaper. Oh, bad air. Cybernetics core. Sure, why not? Both players are likely going to try to go into some sort of expand, I will be assuming. He did get down the engineering bay. He's trying his best to get as much built as he can. There is a stalker coming out now from the Protoss player. I really like this play. It takes a long time for a probe or even sometimes a stalker to get this down. A zealot will knock this down fairly quickly. Oh wow. He is going to go for the really risky third base expand. And it looks like the Terran player is actually going to get out of here just fine with that there SCV. Really smart. Where did that stalker go that he made? There it is. Looks like he just wants to protect from the Reaper right now. But that essentially means that he's not going to be worried about taking that base for a long time. The Terran player, on the other hand, is guiding his command center on the high ground. He's going into factory afterwards, just pumping out a bunch of Marines. This is kind of an unorthodox play from what I've seen, going for the reactor Marines. He might be actually trying to go for a really fast push of some sort, knowing that this is going to be much more difficult to defend. If you get out a tank up here, even early game tanks against Protoss, really fun to use, generally because they do so good against the unupgraded Stalkers and Zealots, which when Immortals and Colossus get out, that it really doesn't do you very much good. This bunker probably won't get down in time before the Stalkers are there, but with some good micro at the top of the ramp, Reis should be able to keep himself alive just fine. Good spread from the Marines, so they should be able to get in a lot of shots on the Stalkers if they are not careful. Lots of damage in on that Stalker, very close to losing it, but of course you're going to see the Terran player move back on top of the ramp, so that way he doesn't have to risk losing it. You can out micro Marines at the bottom of the ramp. Oh no, Adelscott! Ah! That's unfortunate. That's sloppy. Really? That's funny. He's going to go for a super fast 3-base Protoss. I almost never see that happen. Burrow. If he goes up the ramp, that's actually really bad. If he gets down this Widowmine here. Now those Widowmines are zoned out. He doesn't have blink. He can go after this base just fine. They might be actually lose a lot of probes here. Oh, that guy got sniped in the face. This is pretty shitty for Adelscott. He's trying to micro the probes against the Marines. He's actually killed off most of them, but he lost a lot of probes here. This is a great punish out of the... Well, now the Widowmine got triggered. You can go down there and kill it. That probe should get away just fine. Oh no. Don't lose that probe. Oh, that guy got zapped to death. He lost 13 probes so far. That's so crappy. The only thing that's to his advantage right now, Adelscott, is the fact that he's got three Nexuses to chrono boost out probes with. That's hilarious. Widowmine and 4 Marines. Tidy little drop. He has no detection out though, so he can't actually run stuff outside right now. That's really clever. The robo facility is on the way along with Twilight. Boost into the main. Let's see how fast Adelscott works here. The Widowmine does go down. That cannon's going to get killed. It's not even going to get cancelled. Widowmine's still there. I don't know if Adelscott knows the Widowmine is still there. He must. He's not going in there yet. The probes are still mining down here, obviously, so it's not too big of a deal. But this mineral patch is essentially shut down now. This is very, very fascinating. Because of having these 3 Nexuses, it's not like the Protoss players in that crappy position. I mean, it's not ideal, but he can make so many probes now with having all these Nexuses in place. The only crappy thing is he's got to wait for an observer now in order to actually get back into this mineral patch. We do have a 3rd command center coming out. I wouldn't be too surprised to see this bunker empty here pretty soon, him to push out on this 3rd base. He's got a pretty good army. Stimpak's going to be done by the time he crosses the map. He does not have any of his other upgrades finished, and they won't be finished by the time he gets into a position. This Widowmine here is giving him great insight as to what's happening. Looks like he did clear off this Widowmine that was back here. Must have forgotten about this guy. It's got 3 kills now. So those might most likely were all probes. Terran player looks like he's going to try to pressure in on the 3rd. There's nothing down here to defend except for 2 stalkers. This Widowmine might cause some problems, actually. Great force field spread there. But, well, yeah, once again, you can just drop units. Blammo. Looks like Adelscott's a little afraid, even though he's sitting right next to the Widowmine. He's gonna lose most of his army, most of his probes. He does have Stimpak on all these units, so they're just gonna mow through this army. Warped in an unpowered gateway, and then he's dead. Smart play out of Reis there. I was really strange. I don't know if this is the standard way to deal with an engineering block, but moving into that 3rd Nexus just set him behind. I don't think Adelscott really had a great plan of how to deal with this kind of pressure. Just a smart, standard kind of play out of Reis. I didn't think it was anything crazy. Just really good, standard Terran play, and it just whooped his opponent with it. That was a whooping. Well, this is the first game of 3 between these 2 guys, so I'm hoping to get to the other 2 here real soon. Stay tuned for more StarCraft action.